All right, folks. This is a red alert type of situation that has some historical precedent going back to Hoover's day. If you are concerned, if you've ever been concerned about government overreach and worried about big government, it doesn't get any bigger than this or scarier than this. Recently, there's been a massive information buy and consolidation that, for as far as I can tell, should be illegal. I don't believe it's ever been done to this extent before, but there's a contract with Palantir, a surveillance company, an AI company that's gathered American citizens' public information and also information that the government already has on us. The difference right now between what was quote unquote normal for our public information, the government agencies that had our information, they had certain information that was necessary for the programs to be provided for us to do the services that they needed to do for us, like the IRS, like the different health information on us. But now, because of Doge, who stole a bunch of our information, now they have our social security information, they have the information the IRS had, Department of Health and Human Services, all of it is being given to Palantir. Now, what scares me is there doesn't seem to be much of a limit for what they could do with this information. So the argument is they bought this information as if that information should be able to be bought. Like, you should, if you want to know how harmful this can be, look up COINTELPRO. That was Hoover's program that went after the Black Panthers, that went after protesters of the Vietnam War. Imagine the enemies list that the Trump regime has, because most of what this second presidency has been about is going after Trump's declared enemies. This is like endgame type of stuff. They can use this data to track you, surveil you. They've they use this technology to have live information about immigrants in America, and ICE has been using it to kidnap people and illegally rendition them outside the country, effectively operating outside the law. Imagine what else they can do with this. Who knows? Freeze your bank accounts. Doge took a whole mess of people and put them on the dead list or the death list, effectively rendering people's rights and privileges in this country moot. Good luck doing anything in this country without a social security number. Good luck if you don't already have documents. I don't know if your documents would be considered valid anymore if they're not connected to anything. They can wipe you out. I don't know if they can wipe your voter registration out, but it wouldn't surprise me. Change the pricing of things, because if they have your banking information, it's easier for companies to exploit you and take more money away from you. It could effectively render you a non-citizen functionally, or worse. This company partnered with Israel to kill Palestinians, and many of them are innocent people. If this doesn't worry you, I don't know what will. But this is definitely a red alert situation. Like, this needs to be stopped, but I'm not really sure how we can. Within the bounds of the law, the Republican regime has everything right now. They have the House, they have the Senate, they have the executive, and you can argue 5 of the justices on the Supreme Court are Trumpers. And a lot of the judges around the country are Trumpers. Just because they've had judgments against this regime, I don't think that necessarily means that they're on our side. I think they're giving themselves cover. So that way they seem like they're impartial when eventually they start siding with Trump more. I don't know. We need to be calling our Congress people. I don't know. I don't know what we do that's within the bounds of the law. I think some people are going to have to do some things that they're not comfortable with, that fall outside the bounds of the law, because this is of critical importance. So stay tuned. But again, I don't know how you protect yourself from these people. I would suggest probably making FOIA requests to find out what information is out there that's been given of yours to Palantir, and if there's any way to request that be removed or deleted. I don't know. Honestly, call your Congress people, ask to have town halls while they're on recess, and ask them about this to find out what you can do about it. But honestly, it may be too late. I don't want to sound like an alarmist, but this is a red alert situation. It's catastrophic. All right, guys, I do another one.